Hey, good Sunday morning, March 22nd, 2026. Ken Arzon here. I've been doing a series of videos, top 10 baseball players achieving something in a certain category, leading the league. This video, the top 10 baseball players with the most batting titles. You should know who's number one. Ty Cobb had 12 batting titles, and he played for 24 years. So half the time in his career, he won the batting title. Out of 24 years, 12 batting titles. Number two on the list, you got to go with Honus Wagner, 8. He did it in the National League. Cobb was in the American League. Number 3 on the list, Tony Gwynn, 8. Now he's in the new school era. I divide baseball into two schools of eras. The old school era, 1870 through 1949. Old school. After 1950 through 2026, I consider that the new school era. So Tony Gwynn, 8 batting titles in the new school era. Who's number 4? Rod Carew, 7. And he's in the new school era. Number 5, Rogers Hornsby, 7 batting titles. He's old school. Number 6, Stan Musial, 7 batting titles. He's both eras, 1940 and 1950. He crosses over both eras. Number 7, Ted Williams had 6 batting titles. Could have had more. He missed 3 or 4 years in the military. We know that, right? And that was his prime. Ted Williams. Whew. Number 8 on the list, Wade Boggs had 5 batting titles. Number 9, Dan Brothers, 5 batting titles. And number 10, Nap Lajoie, 5 batting titles. So let's count up the old school. Cobb is 1, Wagner 2, Hornsby 3, Brothers 4, and Lajoie 5. So 5 definitely from the old school era, 1870s through 1949. There are only 3 in the new school era. Tony Gwynn, Rod Carew, and Wade Boggs. How about that? Top 10 all time. Only 3 from the new school era. But then you've got Williams and Musial who cross over both eras. Musial played in the 1940s and then he crossed into the 1950s. Same with Ted Williams. So let's look that up. Let's see. See if I can find him. Yeah, Stan Musial. He had 7 batting titles. He had 1, 2, 3 in the old school, and then he had 4 in the new school era. So he crossed over. Teddy Ballgame, he had 6 batting titles. He had 1, 2, 3, 4 in the new, 4 in the old school era, and then he had 2 in the new school era. So both of those guys crossed over. But what does it tell you as far as batting titles? There were 5 guys in the old school era who have the most batting titles. Cobb, Wagner, Hornsby, Brothers, and Lajoie. Only 3 in the new school era. Gwynn, Carew, and Boggs. And then Musial and Williams crossover. Now, here's a trivia question. Out of the 10 guys that I just mentioned, who had the highest batting title numbers in one of his batting titles? Who had the highest? Do you know the trivia question to that trivia question? Do you know the answer to that trivia question? Now, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 guys on the list that batted over 400. Does that help you? We know Cobb did, Hornsby did, Williams did, and Lajoie did. Well, which guy had the highest? Nap Lajoie, 426. What a year that was. He won the batting title, 426. Listen to this season, 1901. He played 131 games, 544 at-bats. That's legitimate. You're over 500 at-bats. He had 232 hits and batted 426. Who's second on the list with the highest batting title among these guys with the top 10? Who's second with the highest batting title in a season? Rogers Hornsby, 424, 1924 season. Who's third? Ty Cobb had a 419. What season was that one? Let's see, look at the season. He had a 419 in 1911. And that's legitimate. He had 592 at-bats. And then who's fourth with the highest? Ted Williams, 406, 1941 season, right? So you got, as far as top 10 with the highest batting average, batting title, Lajoie 1, 426. Hornsby 2, 424. Cobb 3, 419. Williams 4th, 406. Who's next? Tony Gwynn, 394. Who's after that? Rod Carew, 388 was his highest. Who's after that? Honus Wagner had a 381. Who's after that? Stan Musial had a 376. Who's after that? Boggs, 368. And then number 10, nope, Boggs is last. Brothers, 374. And then Boggs, number 10, 368. So I'll repeat the list again. Top 10 most batting titles. Ty Cobb, 12. Tony Gwynn, 8. Honus Wagner, 8. Rod Carew, Rogers Hornsby, Stan Musial, 7. Ted Williams, 6. Wade Boggs, Dan Brothers, Nap Lajoie, 5. But among these guys, those with the highest batting title, highest batting average, in one of their titles. The list goes Elijah Wise 426, Hornsby's 424, Cobb 419, Williams 406, Gwynn 394, Carew 388, Wagner 381, Musial 376, Brothers 374, and Boggs 368. How about those top 10 list for these guys? Give them prompts. Among all the baseball players in baseball history, these guys stand alone as the top 10 with the most batting titles. All right, I want to continue the top 10 series. There's a lot of areas you can get into in baseball history. That's what I like about the game. There are so many aspects to the game. Trivia question. Do you know the top 10 baseball players in history with the most runs scored titles? If you score the most runs, and I'm counting both the National and the American League, combining it, who has the most runs scored titles? You lead the league, you lead both leagues with the most runs scored in a season. And if you can do it multiple times, who is number 1 through number 10 with most runs scored titles? Do you know the answer to that one? I'm going to have to look it up and I'll produce a video. Talk to you later. I'm out.